Good morning, folks. It's just approaching 20 to 7 UK time, and we're just approaching the tunnel, the Channel Tunnel. We left Birmingham at 20 to 2. We arrived in Folkestone, Kent, at around about, what time is it, Mark?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock, and as you can just see the pictures, we're boarding the tunnel, which will take us over to France. About 25 minutes, 30 minutes tops, I think the journey is. And then it's the hard slog from that end, mate, to Lords Lake.
A 6-hour drive.
The weather's been absolutely atrocious on the way down.
Heavy rain.
It really was bad when it towards the last
M25 section, yeah.
Yeah, the last possibly 25 minutes of the journey, the rain was, well, it was just treacherous driving conditions, but we got it in one piece. So yep, we're trying to make out whether the two lads on the bike in front of us are the hairy bikers.
Yeah, certainly looks like it.
Anyway,
we'll catch you the other side, hopefully.
Yep. So we're going to get on the train, get ourselves settled, have a bit of a quick bite to eat and a drink, and as Mark said, we'll catch you on the other side. So see you in a bit. Right then, folks, it's just gone 11:15, and that's French time. We've been travelling for a good 2 hours now since we got off the tunnel, and we found a lovely little spot to stop off and get the stove out and have a brew. I think we found the River Seine. Compared to our local river back home, the River Severn, this is an absolute monster of a river. It makes our local river look like a stream. I bet it's really windy on the camera because it's blowing a bit of a gale here, but I'll just pan around for you. Nice boat there moored up. But it's a proper monster of a river. I bet there's a few nice cats and some big carp swimming about in here, without a shadow of a doubt. Bit of an opportunist chance of this one, just to nip off, and we was going to wait for the services, but I think we're going to have a quick brew here, and the next stop will be a petrol station, and then onwards to the venue. So, yep, there we go then. Quick stop off and a glance at what we think's the Riverside. Evening, folks, just gone 7:45, and welcome to Lords Lake here in France. Just have to give you a brief panoramic view of the lake. We'll go a bit more in depth tomorrow, but just got the rods out. We arrived here about 4 o'clock this afternoon. Had a good look around the lake. I mean, it's not massive, it's about 3 acres. Spoke to the owner, Michaud Bigot, who is he's actually situated over the road there. There's a farm. He's a farmer by trade, stroke fish farmer, and he owns this place here, this lake I should say that we're fishing, Lords Lake. And there's actually a lake just over the back there, which you might have a chance to get on the blog a bit later in the week, called Commons Lake, along with 3 other venues which are within 100 yards of each other. So it's got 1 or 2 decent waters, and believe it or not, I've just had a bleep. So we brought the hot fish over with us. It's his first outing overseas in France. Believe it or not, I've seen quite a few fish show. I'm fishing my left-hander, about 2 rod lengths off that bank there. And that's on a withy rig with a washed out fizz pop-up and a little white tipper. And the middle rod and the right hand rod, they're fished on the same spot, and I've literally just got 3 or 4 good handfuls of 16mm hot fish boilies along with some dumbbells, and I just sprayed them. Spoke to the owner earlier because me and Mark did debate going to fish on the other side because the wind's been hacking down that end of the lake literally since we got here. But like every venue that I go to, you can't get any better info than from the owner, and he said this end of the lake, which is the caravan side. He assured us this is the best area to target, so we talked amongst ourselves and we decided to give it a bash, see how the evening pans out, and take it from there basically. I mean, it's not a massive venue, as I say, so a move's not really a challenge. You know, we could possibly move in the night if we saw anything crashing or we heard Bosches or what have you. So yeah, that's the scene. Just got my tea on in the caravan. Chilly tonight, so looking forward to that. I'm absolutely starving. I'm absolutely knackered as well. We've both been on the road since 20 to 2 this morning, so it's been a long day. But saying that, we're over here to hopefully bank 1 or 2 whackers. There's fish in excess of £50 in this lake carp, along with a few cats and sturgeons. So yep, there you go. We'll see how things pan out. So I'm going to leave you now at 10 to 8 on the first evening in France, and any updates we'll get it in the blog. So catch you later. Right folks, well, Mark's just opened his account. Apologies for the poor video quality. It's just a minute past 9 o'clock. And this little baby's just rattled off, hasn't he, mate?
Yep, absolutely great. Probably in the water for about 45 minutes before it rattled off. So
it's really is poor video quality. I'm going to try and just get a close up of the fish. It went £28 on the scales.
really nice condition though.
Oh, superb, mate.
Mint. Mouth's really nice as well. Not a scale mark off it.
Hot fish with a fizz tipper.
Yep.
I'll have one more go at just trying it. It's really difficult, this poor video quality and like, but we'll get some stills, mate. But congratulations.
Yep, really nice fish to start the session.
Nice one, mate. Yeah. The liners last night was just, don't know. Absolutely, the Delkin was singing, but I did manage to get a take. I don't know the exact time, but it must have been about, I'd say about 3:30, 4 o'clock. I think it might have been another liner because the bobbin, the Delkin, I struck into it and it was just nothing there. But I feel a bit refreshed today, and no doubt Mark does. I've had a good 3, maybe 4 hours of sleep, a bit broken here and there due to someone catching carp. But there's some big real patches of fizz, isn't there, Mark, on the water?
Yeah, which is very strange because the owner, Michelle Bigot, said to us that all the fish come out of the back sort of left-hand corner.
Yeah, I've got some.
Now all the fizzing is coming out quite close into us.
I'm just zooming into some now, mate. You can
So
see.
within 3 or 4 rod lengths of the bank. So I have pulled one rod over it to give it a couple of hours before breakfast. See if anything materialises.
You can just make out there some fizzing on the camera. But there's loads of spots of that round here. Yeah. You pretty much summed it up there, mate. We're going to give it till about 10 o'clock. See what happens, see if we can nail one this morning. Because the forecast today is going to be quite warm. I think we're going to put some bait in. And hopefully let them come in and have a free munch. And rest the swim maybe for a bit.
Yeah. Try and nail a couple this afternoon.
Definitely. So it's just approaching 20 to, let me look. It says 6:32 here, but
8.
I've been telling you the wrong times on the catch report yesterday because obviously we were an hour in front and the camcorder hasn't adjusted the time, so apologies for that, but it's 20 to 8. So yep, we're going to finish our coffees and enjoy this lovely first French morning. Until then, we'll catch you later. Alright folks, it's just approaching 11:30 and you can see Mark on the other side of the lake. Compared to his early success last night, things have gone a bit quiet. I mean, it's really warm as I'm talking to you. I think they forecasted highs of 23 today. So Mark's debating on priming a few areas and doing a bit of stalking this afternoon. which I don't blame him. I've brought 2 of my rods in. I'm going to rest the swim. I've topped the my main spot up with a load more chops and barrels and hot fish boilies, but I'm going to rest that. But I have been watching the water, and I saw 3, 4 shows on my margin spot, so I've just stuck my left-hander back out on my withy rig, the one that I had the take on last night, but to be honest I think it was another liner. So we're going to give that a good crack this afternoon. So he's having a good look round, Marcus. He's got a few chops and 16mm hot fish in that bucket, pellet. So he's going to lace the edge, no doubt. Just take the opportunity to have a bit of a scan around the lake. So it's not a very big place. It's about 3 acres. I mean, it's ideal for 2 anglers. As I said earlier, there's some real nice carp in here, apparently up to about 50 odd pound. 4 commons over the 40 mark, and there's a good head of 30s and mid 20s, so, and the odd catfish and a sturgeon, so we've got loads to go at. Let's see if we can get Mark back on the camera. There he is. I think he's left his bucket there as a marker. Well then folks, see how this afternoon pans out.